it has all finally come to an end. The Ponytown Comet mystery and the 37Z mystery adventure recently concluded, and there is a lot to talk about with it. First and foremost, welcome to the channel, and I appreciate the heck out of you choosing to watch this video out of the thousands that are out there. But this video is, however, part of a very long story, and I won't really be able to recap all of it here. So I do recommend that you watch part 1 of the Ponytown Comet mystery, or start all the way to the very beginning with the 37Z mystery. I voiced a weird crack thing there, but I'm going to leave it in anyway. I'll put a playlist up here in the top right corner for you to go through everything as well. Or you can, of course, hop onto the hundreds of other videos that I have on my channel that aren't part of some overarching story. That being said, let's start this conclusion where we left off, shall we? Last we heard of this mystery, Rock, who was one of the prisoners in Star's prison thing, was seen asking to get things from other players. They were roaming around saying like, give me more, things like that. More of the NPCs came and offered pretty interesting experiences since then. Pumpkin, who was one of the NPCs who had been cursed to throw up pumpkins and also started to mutate to look like one, they came by a few times. The first time they asked to be brought to their old pumpkin patch. Unfortunately, neither pumpkin patch on the map turned out to be her pumpkin patch. She even began crying over it. Pumpkin's second quest had the player to join their party and bring them to the party island and construct a new farm, a new pumpkin farm with specific instructions. To my knowledge, there wasn't anything else from that character, so that pretty much concludes their story for the most part. Next we have Prohibit, who also showed up. They had asked the player to join them in a party, and they brought them to their island, which turned out to be Old Man Jerry's island. Now, Old Man Jerry is a character that we didn't really know beforehand, but essentially Old Man Jerry was eventually confirmed to be Rock, the prisoner who was very greedy and stuff like that. They asked you to join that island or to join that party and bring you there so they can wreck it. You ended up going on this crazy adventure where you get to delete things, I imagine, probably spawn things, basically troll an island, just do a bunch of random stuff to it, I imagine is what that encounter was like. I wasn't there for it. That's just what I know from being told and from reading messages and stuff. So while these encounters were going on, pumpkins around the world in the lore had been going bad. They were rotting and were somehow being damaged. This was revealed to be due to the comet, which was slowly approaching closer and closer and closer. It was a really interesting thing to see. In fact, it was actually a really cool thing because if we go to the Discord server real quick, the official 37Z Discord server thing that, you know, Drake Maritho owns or whatever, you can actually see where they released this image and it was like this important notice thing. It was really cool because we got updates from Nigaria about the comet's approach, and every time I got closer there was a new message followed by an image of the comet actually being closer. We even got some neat lore about the comet, which turns out to be Nigaria's last contribution. If I click this image here, you can kind of read it there. But it's pretty interesting. Its purpose was to go out into the universe and circle the universe and then pass by Nagaria again, allowing for anyone to gaze upon it and know the deepest secrets of the universe. So that's what that little message was. And then every few days or so, like these are 5 days apart, you can see how the comet's getting closer and closer until it is here. The comet is here. So, but anyway, on to more encounters. We got to see Book, who told us some information about Star, saying, quote, "She was my capture for I don't even remember how long. She would boast about herself and her life to us every time she visited. She brewed potions in her spare time and even used them on innocent ponies, not all of which survived. Some were deformed, some were melted. The ones that were left unharmed were cursed with something they would wish to never have. They vowed to find a way to get revenge. As she put it, lucky for me, there was a whole new land that would be willing to help." So that mostly was more background information for Star than anything, but it was still pretty interesting, and it was an encounter that we got from one of the other characters that was in that prison. One more encounter happened, but not from one of the original prisoners. Instead, it was Fuma. He looked much paler than normal and also had some kind of memory issue. He was kind of had like a dementia thing going on. He eventually asked a magic user to follow him, and so Damien joined them and followed them to their island. Fuma explained that the comet was creating a severe magical imbalance, and that the only way to avoid absolute destruction was to perform a ritual that would take the magic from a fragment of the comet and spread it out over the planet, sort of tying things up so that it's sort of even and not super unbalanced. That's basically what the plan was. Where did he get this weird fragment of the comet? Well, we don't exactly know. I have my own theory that Hat gave it to him because of a message that I may go over later, I'm not sure. But anyway, Fuma told Damien that magic was how Fuma was even alive. Fuma told them that this magic was how I was staying youthful, and because of this imbalance, it was destroying that, disrupting that, and he was aging up again. So he needed this to work. He needed this plan to work. Fuma instructed Damien to eat a carrot that had been magically enchanted or something like that, that would then give Damien wizard sight and allow him to plant some flowers on various towers. Once that was complete, Fuma revealed the fragment of the comet and explained that the towers would become a conduit for it, allowing the magic to spread out and balance and bring balance to this weird imbalance thing temporarily. At last, that was complete, and we waited eagerly for the comet to arrive, unsure what would happen next. We got an announcement later telling us that the comet was only 1 day away and that it was creating chaos magic, and this chaos magic was spreading wildly, threatening to destroy everything. With that news came a new encounter in the game. The Comet prompt character, Comet 12, Ponytown Comet 12, that character was seen, discovered, found, or whatever in the game, and he was sharing final messages from all the characters. Each prisoner had one final thing to share in case they didn't survive the comet. I don't know if it's worth going over every message here, but I will scroll through the copy and paste that Damien provided us in a Discord server. This isn't the same 37Z Discord server that I was talking about a minute ago. This is a private one that we were using to get, all of our information from everyone that's gathered something here in one spot. And so here's that. You can pause and read them as you wish, but it is a bit too much to go over in this one single video, because like I said, every single character had one final message. Hat had a final message, even though we never got an encounter with him. The emojis are kind of messed up. You can see how this is a basketball. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be the pumpkin character. The prohibit is the weird prohibit sign things, the no entry signs, and then book is book, hat is hat. Even House had a final message, which is interesting. But those are the final messages. You can pause and read those if you want to, but that's that. At last, the comet arrived. It was here, and it was a day later. The comet was here in full force. Damien, Wolf, and Perry all came to Ponytown and found Fuma. Fuma was even more pale than before and acted even more old. He was older. He seemed older. He invited them to a party, but complained about his joints and didn't guide the others to the island. He asked them to go on without him, and so they went on without him. On the island, they found Star standing next to the comet fragment and the towers that Fuma had previously turned into conduits. Star bragged about how they were too late to stop her. She trapped them and monologued about her plan. She told them that Nigaria, the one that sent out the comet, wanted an heir, and that was supposedly the real reason for the comet, so that it could come by and give the heir all of his power. Nigaria's power. With that power, they would have been able to do anything they wanted to the entire world. The others argued for Star to quit, and while doing so, Pulse appeared behind one of the towers, gesturing and whispering to them to keep Star distracted because she had a plan to stop the comet and Star once and for all. Star talked about using her knowledge to change her body so that it may house all of this magic from the comet. She mocked Fuma by using the very conduits he created in reverse to absorb all of the magic into her instead of expelling it outward to the world, which was the original design. Pulse continued her plan, destroying the towers and replacing them with pumpkins. Star was confused at what was happening until Pulse finally revealed herself. They fought a bit, and while doing so, chaos ensued. Because of the conduits being destroyed, the comet was creating random objects to appear. The chaos magic was just even more severe than ever. Random things were appearing all over the place. Things were moving, things were getting deleted, all kinds of crazy stuff like this. Star's magic then began failing. And then soon after that, the chaos also stopped. Pulse revealed that the pumpkins were taking her magic and the comet's magic, and that Star was now powerless. With Star being powerless, Pumpulse performed a spell to banish Star for good. Everything was fixed and the world was saved at last. The Comet 12 Promet character thing appeared and turned Pumpulse into a wise one, which was a nice little thing. It was pretty cool. After some goodbyes, the story had finally reached its end. Sadly, however, returning to Fuma to tell them what happened revealed to us that Fuma had not survived and indeed perished from old age. With him was a note, a single message on that note reading as follows: "Did we do it?" So yeah, that's pretty much it. In the Discord server, Drake went on to answer some questions, one of which included some more lore. Apparently there is a wise one, or was a wise one, called 9728, and that because of him, many wise ones were killed, and so a number system was created to number each wise one in a fair order. I would really love to learn more about this 9728 character, but who knows? Maybe that's the next mystery event thing that we'll get. Until then, however, this is indeed all I have here for you today. I really enjoyed this continuation of the 37Z mystery, and I think it decently concluded the story while leaving us wanting more. I do hope that you all enjoyed this with me, and if you did, please do like, subscribe, share, and do all of those wonderful things like that, because when you do those wonderful things like that, not only do you get access to wonderful content such as this, but you also get to become wonderful yourself, and I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things, and until next time, stay wonderful.